4 chefs, 3 courses, only 1 chance to win.
Let's go.
The challenge: create an unforgettable meal from the mystery items hidden in these baskets before time runs out. Who will win the $10,000 prize? And who will be chopped? What kind of meal could you make with 3 baskets of all leftovers? That's the challenge facing the 4 chefs in this competition. First, let's meet them. We welcome Chef Jason Studi.
I'm the chef de cuisine at Second Bar and Kitchen in Austin, Texas.
I need a berry salad, please, real quick.
I'm a New World American chef. But what's very, very important for me is my food to be thoughtful and to not miss the mark. I love being a chef. It's in my blood. I have a daughter named Josephine, and she's my pride and joy. I would love to put a down payment on a house. I would really like to have a yard for Josephine to run around in, and man, she likes to run around. It is very important for me to win Shop because if I set my eyes on something, I have to have it. I'm not going there to do anything but win.
Next up, Chef Aatul Jain.
I'm the executive chef at St. Clair's Health System in Denville, New Jersey. My cooking style is American with subtle nuances of Indian in India. Pursuing a culinary career was very oddball. It was, you got to become a lawyer or an engineer. But my lust for cooking just became more and more intense. I have a 3-year-old daughter named Maisha, and she's the best part of my life. Some people say hospital food gets a bad rap. I'm here to prove that hospital food rocks. God willing, guess I will win.
And then there's Chef Chrissy Kerwin.
I'm a chef on a private jet, and I'm based in Los Angeles, California. My style of cooking is a mix between Mediterranean, Southeast Asian, and French. Cooking on the airplane, I call it organized chaos. Problem, it is hot. I did bring my bikini. Small space. I'm dealing with turbulence. Just jump up and down, and these probably won't work at all, huh? My daughter, Caitlin, is 23 years old. I was 16 when I had her, and I raised her with my mom and dad. I want to win Chopped because my parents have always wanted to go to Ireland, and I want to send them there.
Finally, Chef Josh Watkins.
I'm the executive chef at the Carillon restaurant here in Austin, Texas. My style of cooking is new American cuisine, which is old world classics with new world twists.
Let's go fry some veal cheeks.
I've been cooking for about 18, 19 years. It's all I've ever done, and I am absolutely 100% an adrenaline junkie. And being a chef for me is an adrenaline rush.
Dang, listen up. What if I pick up 2 quail, 1 smoked duck, and a spinach?
I'm like a general in the kitchen.
Sizzle platter, napkins, chives.
It's about one thing.
Really?
And that's delivering the best possible food, period. So the reason I'm going to win Chopped is because I absolutely do not accept failure.
Welcome, chefs. There are 3 rounds: appetizer, entree, and dessert. Each course has its own basket of mystery ingredients. You must use every ingredient in the basket in some way. Also available to you, our pantry and fridge. Each round is timed. When the clock runs out, our judges will critique your dishes on presentation, taste, and creativity. If your dish doesn't cut it, you will be chopped. And you are here for a special competition, chefs. All 3 baskets will be stocked entirely with leftovers, and it will be your job to transform them into amazing dishes. Please open your baskets for the appetizer round. And we've got half a burger in a to-go container, fortune cookies left untouched at the bottom of a takeout bag, leftover sautéed broccoli, and the remnants of a pan of lasagna.
Leftovers, are you kidding me? It's terrible. How do I deal with this? I have no idea.
Only 20 minutes on the clock. Time starts now.
I'm never going to serve leftovers in my restaurant, but when I'm at home, yes, I love leftovers. When I see the beef and then I see the broccoli, it hits me. I'm doing beef and broccoli soup with a fortune cookie and mint gremolata. I grabbed some bacon, I grabbed some garlic and shallots, flavors that I love, and I know that I can mix them with the beef and make something pretty good out of it. When I was 3, my dad left. I'm a father now, and from the sort of absence of a father, I take being a dad really seriously. So I would love to come home to baby girl Josephine, a winner of Chopped. It's gonna make my family so proud.
I don't like leftovers. If I have leftovers at home, they're in the trash. I'm thinking, is there a way out of this? Is there a redo? So being a chef on a jet, I travel a lot. And so my first thought is shakshuka. It's Tunisian behind, and it's similar to a tomato-based stew. Being a teen mom was very difficult. My parents took Caitlin, my daughter, under their wing, and I really, really would like to win this money and give it back to them.
I was raised strictly vegetarian. The cow is a sacred animal in India, but my passion for food overshadows everything else. At work, quesadillas are on our menu all the time, and they're one of our biggest sellers. So I'm making a beef broccoli lasagna quesadilla with a fresh pico de gallo. People underestimate meat, but as they say, don't judge a book by its cover. Healthcare chefs just gotta prove themselves time and again.
I work in fine dining. Yeah, so I'm handicapped with the leftovers. There's no question. I want to walk off the show, but I know I have to compete and actually put something on the plates. I grab some celery, some citrus, some mint. I grab some pine nuts, ingredients I know will go really well together. So I'm making what I'm calling a refrigerator dive salad. So I'm looking at the broccoli and I'm like, wow, okay, I can make a puree out of that. I am very competitive. I have the drive to be the best because I want to be a part of cuisine culture of the United States. I will not let leftovers defeat me.
Judges, we are loving leftovers in this competition.
Broccoli, yeah, this is a real sort of refrigerator ingredient.
I feel like this basket really challenges the versatility of these chefs.
Absolutely, 100%. Having to repurpose 4 leftover ingredients is very difficult.
These are leftovers, but they have to transform them. I see someone heating up lasagna. That is not transformation.
All right, chefs, you're now down to 10 minutes.
Woo. Lasagna. Seeing the tray of lasagna, I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I sort of ignore it for a little while and hope it grows legs and walks away, but it doesn't. I'm messily pulling it apart. I'm going to dry them out and see if it works with the soup.
The hamburger's super scary. It's got the bun, it's got the lettuce, it's got the tomato. I slice it, I put it in a pan, I saute it, and season it with a little bit of fine salt.
The burger, I cut it up and I just put it into the stew. And then I add the lasagna. And then I look at the broccoli and think, I can put this broccoli in there as well. Ah! All of my ingredients are in the stew. If this doesn't work, I'm going to get chopped because I have all my eggs in one basket.
Think about the quesadilla. Obviously, there has to be a salsa to go with it. And I see the tomato on the burger, and I'm like, great, use that little bit of tomato. And yep, there are some fresh tomatoes sitting on the side, and I actually use one of them along with some fresh cilantro. And then I take the hamburger bread, cut it into croutons, and put it in the oven.
I really want to take this from where it is right now as this humble burger to something different. So I did it with beer, ginger, lemongrass, and fish sauce.
Of all the ingredients in this basket, what do you do with a fortune cookie other than read your fortune and eat the cookie?
It's a perfect vehicle for like a spice maker. It's a cayenne, smoked paprika.
Yeah, great idea.
Just like amp it up.
I've got the salad going, I'm looking at the fortune cookie. How do I deal with this? I have no idea. I'm like, oh, just screw it, I'll throw it in the salad. No other option.
The fortune cookies are throwing me off. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I going to do? All I can think to do is to fry them. I put them in the pan with the oil, and that's not working. So I run them over to the deep fryer, and the deep fryer is not hot enough. So I bring them back, and now it's going to be my garnish.
All right, chefs, you got 5 minutes left.
The fortune cookies really bug me out. Really don't know what to do with it. Come on. I smash the fortune cookie, and I'm just adding it to my sour cream. I know it's gonna get soggy.
Down the line, coming down.
But it has to be on the plate. Hanging around doing my thing, all of a sudden I realized the croutons might be burned. Open the oven, and voila, they are burned.
Brought to you by
The croutons are burned. But I see that there's 2 pieces of bread that were not really burned, so I kind of scrape the black part off and add it to my sour cream and hope that it will work.
So I'm looking at my components. I'm like, I'm done. I'm gonna start plating. I put the broccoli puree down, the lasagna, the burger, the crouton, and then on top of that, I put the citrus mint salad.
Josh is already done. He's packing up his knives. I don't know if he's thinking he's going home right now.
Josh is out of here.
I'm clearing off some table space.
That ain't gonna get you any points, bro.
All right, that's fine. How you doing, Stu? You need some help?
Doing good.
You guys good?
Thank you, sir.
I'm thinking Josh is kind of arrogant, and I wanted to say, do you need help? But I don't. The 20 minutes is going better than I thought. Done.
This is unprecedented. We have 2 contestants completely done, and there's 3 minutes left. I have never seen that. ever.
I love fortune cookies. I often love adding crunchy elements to savory dishes, even if they're a touch sweet. So when I decide to make a gremolata, and I add mint and basil.
All right, chefs, here it is, your 2-minute warning.
I'm plating, and there's brown and white and red on the plate. I take a few leaves of spinach, just dress it up very lightly, and I put it as a bed for the quesadilla.
There's a minute left, and in my head, I'm doing the Terminator thing, and I'm just calculating, and like, just go.
Wonder what you can get done in these final seconds, chefs. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time is up. Please step back.
So time's up. I look down at my dish. It's good. So I look over at Tool Station. The tool's got plates everywhere. Oh, man. Look at that station.
I know, right?
This is the most messy station I've ever seen in my life. Hardcore.
I looked down on the plate. My first thought, it's not the best looking, not a three-dimensional masterpiece, but in 20 minutes, I think this is a great appetizer.
Chefs, you've arrived at the chopping block. In the appetizer round, you had leftover lasagna, hamburger, sautéed broccoli, and fortune cookies. Chef Jason.
What we have here today is a beer-braised beef and broccoli soup. I've made a gremolata out of the fortune cookie with a little bit of mint and basil to brighten the whole thing up.
This is shockingly good.
Thank you very much.
And it's also remarkably creative. My criticism of this is, you know, it's a little thick, but I mean, I'm searching for criticism. It's a really good first dish.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Chef.
I do agree. I think it's delicious and it's very creative, but I don't know that the lasagna garnish really works. Not really crispy.
Yeah.
Nor does the flavor profile really go with the rest of your dish.
Yeah.
But those are relatively minor things considering what you did accomplish in such a short period of time.
Thank you very much.
I agree with Chris and Jeffrey. I mean, the flavor that you were able to coax out of and into the beef, so smart of you to make that gremolata on top of it as well. I mean, awesome. Really impressive.
Thank you very much.
Next up, Chef Aatul.
Hello, gentlemen. Today I have for you beef lasagna quesadilla with broccoli in it. On the side, there is sour cream with crouton crunch fortune cookies. There's a pico de gallo to go with that, tomatoes, some citrus, and cilantro.
My favorite thing about this dish is the fresh components here.
Yeah, you did a great job with that pico de gallo. It's surprisingly fresh and bright, and I think it really brings the whole dish to a different level.
There's nothing in here that's not tasty and yummy, and congratulate you on that. But for me, I think you fell down just a bit on the fortune cookie. They sort of went into that yogurt, and it's like quicksand, you know, they like drowning.
So, Chef, what brings you here? Why are you competing with us today?
For my family. 3.5 years ago, we had a daughter, and I wasn't prepared. But I am a hospital chef. We have decent benefits. Cannot ever complain about that.
I gotta tell you, if I ever had the bad fortune of being sick, I would want to be sick under your care in your hospital, because this is very commendable.
Thanks for the compliment.
Chef Aatul, thank you.
Thank you.
Next up, Chef Chrissy.
I made for you a take on shakshuka. Shakshuka is a Tunisian tomato-based dish. I'm originally from Michigan, so we're used to comfort food and leftovers.
It's interesting. It reminds me of something you'd have very late when you're hungry and you just want something warm. What I think is amiss here is the hamburger and the fortune cookie could have been used a bit more creatively.
I don't really get any of the burger. He's got a lot of the burger in his, and I also see that you've got significant pieces, and I had just a really teeny tiny little crumb. But I will say that I would wake up and eat this for breakfast, especially if I had a long, hard day ahead of me. It's very hearty, but it's also very flavorful.
I really like this.
Thank you.
I think you could have taken some of these pieces and assembled them in order to achieve something that's better presented.
Yeah, I agree.
Next up, Chef Josh.
What we have here, guys, is a refrigerator dive salad with broccoli puree, citrus mint salad.
What did you think about our somewhat humble leftovers theme?
It's the complete opposite of how I think of food. I think of food from raw ingredients to, the fruition.
But in your personal life, I'm sure you sometimes go to the fridge and see lasagna and...
See, not really. I'm not a big leftovers guy.
Okay. That broccoli puree, It's delicious, and it's perfectly balanced. It's got a great viscosity. As we get further along, though, you still kind of just put a piece of lasagna on the plate and a piece of the burger on the plate and the fortune cookie on the plate.
Well, the fortune cookie's in the salad, and I did sear the meat.
Fortune cookie's on the soggy side, so I don't know if that was a real successful usage, to be honest.